Hi there, Geoff Coughlin, editor Scale Modelling Now. So welcome to this inbox browse for this brand new special hobby, 32nd scale Westland Whirlwind F.Mk.I, the cannon fighter, and so pleased to see this. It's been a while coming, but really anticipated, I think, by the wider modelling community. And the great thing is, in 32nd scale, it's not that enormous, so it's going to make it really doable for many modelers. As you can see, I've got actually quite small hands, but if I just bring them in near to the fuselage halves, you can see this is not a massive aeroplane at all. I guess the overall wingspan is probably about, I don't know, 13, 14 inches, maybe something like that, which really isn't too severe. So let's have a look at what we've got. Well, firstly, the plastic, it's good. The recessed panel lines are very well done. You've got some nice rivet detail that you can probably just about see there. If I just bring that round in the light. Nice bit of internal framing, as you can see here. Moving on across to the engine nacelles, which are just a huge feature, aren't they, of the aircraft. Great big engine nacelles, as you can see here. They look fine. A little bit of internal detail here, which I guess you'd see up into the wheelbase. And of course the undercarriage doors. You can see over here. Just coming round here, you've got the instrument panels, early and late instrument panels, which is good. And then you've got decals that go over those, which is absolutely fine, because I've found a really good way, I think, of making those really draw down, which you'll see when we get to the build. Very nicely molded detail here. You can see it in these intakes, very fine kind of mesh molded in here. Leather seat back, other sort of details going on here, mostly kind of cockpit details by the look of it, and then undercut tail wheel here, as you can see. Nice to see the weighted tyres, of course, which is great. And then of course you've got the control yoke and all sorts of other really nice details for the cockpit going on there. Coming around here, you can get a bomb, a couple of bombs, prop blades as you would expect, and of course the pylons here for the bombs. Lovely big weighted tyres, as you can see here. No need really, I don't think, for resin. There's none included in the kit, and I don't think it's really necessary looking at the parts here. I think they look fine to me. I think they're going to look really neat. I mean, just check out these tiny little beautifully fine little arming propellers for the bombs here. This is the same sprue, of course, duplicated for, you know, 2 bombs, 2 wheels, etc. Blah. Little nose cone for those 4 main guns that will appear to come out of there. And I'm busy looking for those, as we can see on the sprue at this point. Oh, here we go, over here by the look of them. So you've got those, so you probably just need to drill out the ends of the barrels. There's no big shakes there. And then you've got the various control surfaces. It looks like you can pose those accordingly, which is good. And you've got these 2 main wing sections here, just simply upper and lower, which is good to see. It means you're going to get a really good dihedral, accurate dihedral. And then again, as you can see here, great big, quite interesting these. I didn't realise these were so raised. These panels here look like fuel cell covers on top of the wings here. But I'm assuming that those are legit because they're so obvious. But check the references if you want to for those. Clear parts, very good, nice and clear. No great shakes with those. Those that look perfectly good. Nice to see the windscreen integrally molded with the front, also upper forward section of the fuselage there, which is always good. Means you don't get any nasty joins around the lower windscreen join. Decal sheet, cartograph decal sheet, perfect really. Cartograph decals are excellent. I've just shown you this. I don't think this is included in the kit, which is the masking set for the clear parts and the wheels and so on for painting. But I just thought I'd show that is available from Special Hobby, should you want it. And then, of course, finally, you've got the instruction sheet, which is typical of the manufacturer. Nice and clear, straightforward. As you can see here, I always like the way they present their instructions, and very clear direction here as to whether you want to use the early or late instrument panel decals with the kit part, and then a little note there on from when, in terms of production number, you should use the relevant early or late panel, which is great. As you can see here, all the internal cockpit details, color coded, which is also nice. So you can match those to whatever paint range you want. And then moving on, you get into the engine nacelles, undercarriage bays, intakes, and so on. I have to say, it doesn't look like an overly complicated build. There's not massive numbers of parts. What there is looks to be well molded, it looks to be well toured, and we'll find out when we get into the build. But I think there's plenty of detail, more than enough for the vast majority of modelers, I think. I think the only thing that you'll need to think about adding, of course, is some sort of seat harness for the main, for the pilot seat. So you'll need to just check that out and dig that out. I don't think there's any moulded on the kit seat. Speaking of which, can't actually immediately locate that on this sprue. So, oh yeah, here we go. We saw the back here, the seat back here. Okay, can't actually find the pan. It's probably, oh, here we go. It's these two parts here. No, that's fine. So you need to find a harness from somewhere. It's no big shakes. HGW, I'm sure, will come to the rescue, or Edward or somebody like that, which is great. And then there we go. Okay, interesting. You've got a little link here to, on the instruction sheet, CMK, who seem to provide all sorts of other various things. So if you wanted to get some extra parts, pitos, gun barrels, wheels and so on, I imagine those are offered in resin. You can do so. I think four different options, four. Let's have a look. Camo A, which is the old brown, dark earth and dark green over sky, which is good to see. That's a nice classic finish with, you've got the black and sky underside of the wings there. Similar but different version for another Mark 1, which has just got the sky overall underneath. Personally, I quite like the ocean grey, dark green over medium sea grey finish for Camo C or D, which are the two options that you've got there. So those are another couple of options, and I think probably the grey-green one is my favourite. So I think that's the one we're going to do. This is just coming just as I was about to start the build on something else, which you don't know about. So I might have to just swap and launch into this one. As I say, the Edward Spitfire is very nearly done now after a bit of a full start with the decal sheet for that, but that's all decaled and matted down, ready for some varnishing. So we'll get that finished, and how about we just crack on with this? I haven't seen any others built yet, so this we might be lucky with getting a nice early production sample. So we'll get on with the build, and I hope you enjoy it, because we'll be able to find out just how good this Westland Whirlwind F.Mk.I is from Special Hobby in 30-second scale.